This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
I'm here for Peter. Aren't we all, sir?
Hello.
Except for, the last Tuesday of the month.
That time of the month.
Sausage fest!
That red time of the month. Anyway, welcome back to the Ultimate Podcast. I am Phil. Of course, it's not that time of the month. So we have
Lord flipping hellfire, man.
man. Alright, so for this episode, making awesome fanboys' dreams come true, and we review Spectacular Spider-Man 1 featuring portion of Tombstone. That's that awesome fanboy delights. We'll hear his written words later in this podcast.
He only wrote in for Tombstone. I don't think he really likes Tombstone as much as he says he does. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I'll tell him that next episode, and then when you send in no feedback, he can be like, "Oh."
I'll send him some written feedback, but it'll be a drawing, of a certain finger,
Hey,
between the lines.
remember, you can send in video feedback now.
Doing it. And that'll just be my permanent sausage fest. Hey, Lilith left us a video. It's just telling us to read between the lines.
I know. It would just be like, they'll be like, what did she think of these issues? Oh, no, she didn't talk about the issue. She just talked about Ray.
Where's my tank top? Oh, but since it's so early in the morning on a Saturday, let's get some monster going and let's talk about Colossus's bastard child.
Yes, so Spectacular Spider-Man 139. So, I mean, it's Sal Buscema, so it's awesome, but it's like, what did you think of this cover? It's like very minimal. It's like no background. Yeah. It's a white background. It's just the Spectacular Spider-Man.
That's how you know it's an origin story.
And it says at last the sinister origin of the man called Tombstone.
Well, I mean, his name's Tombstone, not Sparkle Gold Fairy. So, as always, we're whipping our way downtown. Oh, but the title of the issue is Grave Memory, and I'm just like, okay. We're doing this. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, my favorite part of the issue. Dinner with his new bride?
Yes, because we see Spider-Man swinging through the rain, and it says, yes, he was 15 minutes ago, he was sitting down to dinner.
How emo. How emo.
14
minutes. Is he going to lose his powers? Wait a minute. Anytime Spider-Man's flipping through the rain, this can't be good.
Is he about to be attacked by the man-wolf? Come on. Just to make sure your werewolf is manly enough. The man-wolf. 14 minutes ago.
Not to be confused with the she-wolf, which I prefer.
Hey-oh. 14 minutes ago, yes, he received an urgent phone summons from Joe Robertson. 12 minutes.
Editor-in-chief of the Daily Bugle. Sometimes.
Oh, look. Lilith got excited till she finished this sentence. 12 minutes ago, Peter Parker pulled on the familiar red and blue costume of Spider-Man.
No. You have to oil yourself up and slip into it. Come on, Peter. You're letting me down.
Peter has to oil up, Lilith.
Oil yourself up and slip into it.
10 seconds ago, Spider-Man swung toward Robbie Robertson's office window.
1 second ago,
someone tried to use his head for target practice.
And he's like, hey, man, not cool, bro.
I know his nickname was like Robbie, but I love, one box, it's, Joe Robertson, and then 2 boxes later, Robbie Robertson. It's like, oh, Jesus.
Oh, classic Marvel. Don't you ever change.
Make up your mind. So yes, this one's by Jerry Conway, the killer of Gwen Stacy.
It's Jerry whipping Conway. You get it right.
Jerry, drop him off bridges, Conway.
Jerry, knock him up and dispose him up, Conway.
Hey, he didn't write the knocking up. He just wrote the murder.
The cover up.
And of course, our buddy.
He's complicit.
Our buddy Sal Buscema, King of the Red Cross. Art.
This art is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Rick Parker.
The rain, nice touch.
Oh, yeah. Rick Parker, lettering. Bob Sharon, colors. Jim Salicrup, editor. And Tom DeFalco, editor-in-chief. Oh, no joke. Sometimes DeFalco puts a jokey title in. So, yeah. Peter sees the gunman, thinks, oh, there's my good thing my spider sense warned me, or I'd be splat on the sidewalk right now.
The itsy bitsy spider.
So he swings up and webs the door to the roof shut before the guy can get away.
This is not very neighborhood spider friendly of him. He's got him tied to a pole above the streets there.
Well, first
all that blood rushing to his head can't be good.
Well, first he's like, you're not going anywhere. Oh, he doesn't give him the Red Cross, man. He just gives him the Sal Buscema a quick uppercut.
Yep. You're not even worth it. I love how it's like fade out, fade in.
Because the guy won't talk, so he's like, you want drama? We'll do drama. See?
Hey there, remember me? See, this is a sarcastic, quippy. I'm glad that we're getting good Spider-Man, because I do not care about Tombstone.
I love your replace a word or two here. This is your dialogue. I'm the guy you popped a shot at a few minutes ago. Was it your idea, or did someone hire you? Oh.
Swear to me! Wait a minute.
He tells the guy better talk fast before I'm pretty sure he's lying, but he's like that before that webbing melts in the rain.
Exactly. Or what if he isn't? And this is just not we were going to go down a dark path and then he changed his mind. That was like, hey now, easy.
Blind Tire, Augie's Pub, 10th Avenue, supposed to hit Robertson. You just got in the way. And then Peter's like, don't worry, I called the cops while you were out. They should be by to pick you up any minute. But the web, it'll melt. Oh, about that.
I lied. Sure you did, Pete. Sure you did.
So is he sure the cops are going to get there before that webbing dissolves?
If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't.
I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. Even though I'm the one who hung you. Even though I'm the one who hung you over the streets.
Shouldn't be out committing crimes if you're not willing to do the time. A cassette and a tape recorder?
Well, it's late 80s.
I mean, I know I'm into vintage, but I don't think I'm into that vintage. I'm not Charlie. I don't like tape recorders. He loves tape record. Like, it's his whole thing, analog. That whole thing.
We're doing me now.
But yeah, so Spider-Man's thoughts inform us that blind hire is an underworld term for a contract hit where the gunman doesn't know his employer.
Shouldn't they all be that way so nobody can snitch on you?
Well, yeah, if you're smart.
Is it just me?
If a Lilith Hellfire was going to murder someone, that's how she would do it. But yeah, so he swings in the...
Wait to read my ebook on Amazon!
He swings into Robbie's office. Who wants you dead? And he sees the tape recorder with the note that says, for Peter Parker. Robbie phoned less than a half hour ago.
Spider-Man? Spider-Man, it's not for you. It's for Pete. What are you doing?
Well, come on. Maybe it's like finger quotes. Maybe Robbie. They always made it. Some of the stories made it seem like maybe he was a Gordon and he kind of knew. So it's like for
plausible deniability. Definitely for this story. Just put that feather in your cap as you read.
Peter Parker, quote unquote. Robbie phoned less than a half hour ago. Asked me to meet him in the office and made it sound urgent, so why isn't he here? So yeah, he starts listening to the tape.
Peter, I'm an accessory to murder!
I'm sorry I'm not here to meet you. Yes.
The nice little newspaper.
What I'm about to
convenient headline is convenient.
Well, it looks like he clipped out articles over the years. Yeah, he's like, what I'm telling you will destroy my reputation. There's a folder. Yeah, and it's a bunch of
I can't be Eddie Brock. I can't afford it, man.
It's a bunch of headlines, about Tombstone, escaping convictions, and killing. I'm as responsible for those killings and those clippings if I had pulled the trigger myself.
Sure, Robbie, sure.
And then Pete hears Jonah and Kate Cushing coming. He's like, oh, I better take this tape and
And away we go!
So he swings away with the tape. And then, so, of course, Jonah and Kate come in the office. Oh, Robbie? I could have swore I heard his voice. What's going on here?
I don't know, and I don't care, Jonah. Jeez. Look at her face. She's like angry, mean lady.
Just look at the...
And they're still drawing her like Sally Jesse Raphael. Hashtag fight me.
Look at the ashes just dripping off that cigar.
Sometimes I'm not sure who copied who. Gordon or J. Jonah James.
Remember when characters could still smoke in comics?
I do. I'm just old enough to remember when people could still... No, maybe not. Smoke on planes. That's disgusting, though. I could never imagine people smoking on planes. I mean...
Oh, I know.
A transatlantic flight and you're... Oh, God. Don't you know that it was recycled? And not that well at that, even in 20... Well, yeah, 2021. Not that most people are flying, but... This is why we should have had flying cars by now. I'm just saying.
I know. Oh, please, look, I mean, you can attest. I mean, look how many car accidents they happen on the ground. So can you imagine in midair?
I'm like Steve Urkel, though. I must have, like, too much iron in my blood and cars are just attracted to me or something. I don't know. But elsewhere, of course. Somebody's not being cooperative.
The kingpin of crime.
He just got a swag. He got a backhand. Get out of here.
Oh, no, it's just the king.
Bitch, where's my money? He gave him one of those.
It's not even Kingpin. It's the Arranger has Tombstone. Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, he's beaten this guy, Mr. Rayburn, because they want him to use his mutant power.
The Arranger. That sounds like if I was a villain, that'd be what my name is.
But yeah, I guess this guy works on Wall Street, but he has a mutant power.
Beat him up, boys! Beat him up!
Oh my God, that's our meme. We're gonna take the panel where the Ranger's saying, "Yeah, this guy works for Wall Street," and then just like stick a Wall Street across his chest, and then just stick a GameStop across Tombstone's chest.
Yes. Joe Biden better hurry up and give them damn Gen Z their freaking $2,000. Where they start taking down more companies. It wasn't the millennials this time. Damn Gen Z. We need the money. Gimme. You don't want to hurt me, Arranger. I'm thinking he does, bro. I'm thinking he does.
Oh, yeah. You like me. You want to let me go. Yeah, he almost gets the Arranger, but then Tombstone's like, Ranger, he's doing it. What?
How embarrassing.
Oh, you are persuasive. Tombstone, dislocate Mr. Rayburn's arm, which he does.
I hope it wasn't his dominant hand. Ooh.
Oh.
Or he's got some stranger danger times ahead. Prerequisite, nobody tell Rob.
Oh, yeah, every episode. That's why I said I need to make something. Let's just play it at the beginning of every episode.
Nobody tell Rob! Keep the secret! Shh.
I was talking about doing more new Luca intros. You should have him say, this is Luca Perich. You're listening to the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast. And shh, nobody tell Rob.
You should.
Nobody tell me or Rob. And then.
Ooh, look at this nurse. Hello, nurse.
Oh,
Eyebrows.
So worth the dislocated arm, Mr. Rayburn? But Robbie calls Tombstone here.
What's going on?
Sure, I'll meet you at Battery Park in 1 hour.
I don't know what's going on.
So Tombstone told the Ranger he has to leave. Of course, Roland and I can conclude our discussion without you. Send Sheila in on your way out.
Sheila? Well then.
Oh, Sheila. Oh, you know what else? Hey, Ray, is that a good-looking Sheila?
Nice. Do they even use that slang anymore? I feel like that's from the 60s.
I don't know. Remind me. Well, I'll have to ask him next episode.
And are they still calling all baby animals Joeys? I don't know. I'm not up on my Australian hip lingo, so.
Send me again. Hey, send that in for feedback. I'll get the man to answer it next episode in person.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Oh, I can always ask him about that pineapple slang too. So yeah, maybe I will.
Pineapple. Oh my lord!
Look at Tombstone looking like Jimmy D, a Rebel Without a Cause reject.
Yeah, because Peter's listening to the tape as he's web swinging in the rain.
I'm like, that's a big ass. King of the selfies, king of the cell phones. Look at him go.
I mean, even if you could hold that in the rain while web slinging, it's like, don't you think?
Only Peter. Waka waka waka.
Don't you think it'd be a little hard to hear? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if spiders have super good hearing. So.
But yeah, it's Robbie's talking about his secret, his guilt he's been living with for 30 years. Probably not anymore, sliding time, but.
Ooh, he was editor of the school newspaper. You don't say, nerd. What a nerd.
At Harlem High School.
Oh, because he's black. Get it?
Harlem Black, yes.
Did you run into Luke Cage while you were there? Jesus. Because you know all black people know each other, so.
That's right. His graduating class was Luke Cage, Sam Wilson.
Don't give them ideas.
It would have been Jim
Storm was an exchange student. Yeah, sure.
I was going to say it would have been Jim Rhodes too, but except that I'm pretty sure they said he grew up in Philadelphia, so. He
was an exchange student too. You know, New York, semester abroad and all.
The Prowler went there, Rocket Racer. But 2 weeks before he graduated, he got his notice of a scholarship to Columbia School of Journalism.
Oh, look at the fancy man.
There was only one cloud on my personal horizon. A kid named Lonnie Lincoln. But yeah, like you said, just standing there leaning against the wall with his leather jacket and that cigarette in his mouth.
Everybody called him Tombstone. And kids, this is what you get for not having a life and dedicating yourself to school. Because if he hadn't been locking up, if he just had a life and was out partying on a Friday night, none of this would ever happen. Moral of the story, just saying.
He should have been partying on...
Get yourself a hobby, play some sports, get a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Hell, read some comics.
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so, all right, kids. So, Miss Lilith Hellfire is telling you, don't stay in the house all day. Get yourself a hobby. Get yourself a... Well,
for high school, don't just be in your room all day. Like, don't just be a complete total nerd where you're locking up the school and then the janitor's like, here's the keys, kiddo. Like, what?
So Lilith Hellfire says, kids, have a hobby past masturbation.
I mean, I did in high school. I had too many hobbies, actually, overscheduled.
Yes, our Lilith was a cheerleader. Yes, I know.
Among other things.
I know, kids. Unbelievable. A cheerleader. Yes, I know.
It's a thing.
I know. Oh, but then one day after school, Tombstone gets a hold of him, literally.
I sense some latent homosexual anger between him and Tombstone. I don't know. Just weird.
Well, yeah, he grabs
weird.
Takes outside and says, "Word around the school is you're writing a story about me." And I'm like, wouldn't you be like, it's just a school paper, it's not.
Well, it is a Harlem school paper, I don't know.
What's it gonna say, Robbie? Read it and find out, Lonnie. How's that?
We should be friends. With my fist.
I hear some bad things about me in your paper. You say I beat kids if they don't pay for insurance. You're not going to say that, Robbie. Why not? Guess.
Look at that. You're going to treat me nice, and he's all laid out. I'm just saying. If you put it together.
I know. He's telling.
There's subtext there.
He's telling him, "You're a smart kid. You'll go far. We should be friends. Friends that treat each other nice." As he punches him in the face. Oh my lord! So yeah. He has him on the ground. You're going to treat me real nice.
Not in the face.
Aren't we, Robbie?
What's Lonnie doing at Harlem High? That's what I want to know.
Well, he's probably 26. He probably failed a couple of times.
Well, he's like an 8th year senior at this point.
Well, he's like a black albino.
That's not how that works, but okay.
It's comics,
That's not how any of this works.
Yeah, and men can't web swing and listen to tape recorders at the same time, Lil.
You don't tell Peter what he can do. He's a strong, independent spider that don't need no comic book nerd telling him what he can and can't do.
Just like Lilith sings, Peter can do whatever a Peter can.
Exactly. Get it? Poor Robbie.
So he said,
the article's dead.
Yeah, so he says, as much as the beating hurt, that what happened next was worse. Yes, I guess he's telling who's that, the editor or his principal or whatever. You're withdrawing the article, but you worked so hard to research that story. I was wrong. Why don't you let me read it? Yeah, let her get beat.
It's over.
The article's dead. I spiked it. Of course it wasn't over. Yeah, because Lonnie just like walking by, winking at him. Good work, Robbie pal. In that moment, I saw my future compromised. I almost threw up. I swore to myself that I would never, ever retreat on another story, no matter what the cost. Oh, look at that skull and crossbones on the back of Lonnie's jack.
Grease lightning.
I was going to say symbolism, death, you know.
A little too on the nose, but it's fine.
Exactly. I meant it too. Kids are so naive. Kids say the most naive things.
Well, you're reading a comic book, kiddo, and it's not Grimdark 2000, so, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 8 years later, well, he had to move out of Harlem, so yes, he was in Philadelphia. Desk catcher.
As you do.
He was married and the night desk catcher for a paper in Philadelphia. Most nights, most of the calls I caught were from cranks or insomniacs.
I can relate.
Probably a couple perverts. Hey. One night, one call was different. You got a call. I saw the guy who popped Ozzy Montana. You deaf?
Keep talking.
He's like, I can't say over the phone. You want this? You come see me. Listen, this is where. I'll tell you where. I'll tell you where, kid. So yeah, so Robbie takes off, goes down to the docks or whatever. Yeah, 3 days before, local crime boss Ozzy Montana, you know, father of Hannah.
Ozzy Osbourne and Hannah Montana had a baby. I mean, if you listen to her new music, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Hey, y'all. Yes, he showed up dead in the trunk of his limousine. If I exposed Montana's killer, I could write my own ticket to any paper in the country. And not have to go work for Jameson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'd be out on the West Coast, living the life. But nope.
My source said to meet me at the waterfront. He warned me not to be late. I wasn't, but he was. Because we just see in the flashlight, yeah, Tombstone just holding the dead guy. Hey, Robbie, long time no see, pal. Throws the dead guy at him.
Choke that chicken.
Oh.
Choke that chicken. Snitches get stitches, bro. Just another moral of the story. Sorry.
Even before the beam of the flashlight found him, I knew. And him winking again. Tombstone, have you ever known terror, Peter? Real terror. When you thought your heart might collapse and your brain turned to ice in your skull? Oh, I've been buried alive, but yeah. I saw that dead man's face. I heard Tombstone's whisper, and I was so afraid I thought I was going to die. But yeah, all the childhood fears came back. Tombstone was my childhood horror. That night, my childhood horror came back to life.
Time to move it up back to New York. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
we gotta go back to the hellhole. Sorry.
Yeah,
gotta go work at the Bugle.
Went home, got another call from Tombstone who just says, you do good work, Robbie, pal. His wife's like, what happened? Nothing.
Just pack your stuff. We gotta go. We gotta get the hell out of here now. Come on. Go.
Yes. So yeah, he's like, yeah, Tombstone killed my source, probably killed Ozzy Montana. But if I said anything, if I said just one word to my heart, I knew he'd kill me. So a month later, he leaves Philadelphia, goes back to New York, where he took the job at the Bugle. Over the next 20 years, I followed Tombstone's career as a Philly mob enforcer. He was arrested 12 times for 12 murders, but never tried. Some witnesses...
Oh, I love this. Then one day, a couple of weeks ago, as I was leaving the pub near South Street, I saw him, and you did too, in Web Spider-Man number 36. Thank you, Jim. It's hilarious.
Yeah, because someone had opened a trapdoor in my heart. For 20 years,
Told you. Subtext.
For 20 years, I managed to convince myself it didn't matter. It was another time, another city, another time. Now he's here in my city. Yes, all the buried feelings came up.
If you ship it, you ship it.
I felt frightened and angry and bitterly ashamed. Maybe it is love. Yeah, at first I couldn't concentrate on anything. Then I found myself pouring through a collection of clippings I didn't realize I'd been keeping over the year. You didn't realize you were keeping clippings for 20 years? Okay.
It's all there if you want. If you want the subtext, it's there. If you don't, you have the story on the surface level. It's fine.
But yes, I was looking for justification for what I'd done, but I didn't find it.
We could also check out Spectacular Spider-Man number 37.
Oh, that's
just go back a couple issues.
That's that's the 2-part arc that takes place between what we did last week and now this one. So
yeah,
remember the tarantula one, and then
I remember
John Walker.
I remember
John Walker shows up in the second issue, so you know we're not touching that one, kids.
I'll leave that to the experts.
I was gonna say, even though it's not Scarlet Spider, maybe get Ray to cover that. But yeah, I even saw Tombstone and talked to him outside the Kingpin's office tower.
Oh, we get a little mention of Ben Urich.
Yeah, then tonight he heard Urich talking at the bar. My source at Police Plaza says the #1 hitman in Philly. The guy's a one-man murder epidemic.
Could be worse. He could be a one-man murder pandemic. Too soon? Too soon? Okay, I'm sorry.
So what brings him here, Ben? Maybe he's a Knicks fan?
Not likely.
No.
Is anybody a Knicks fan?
Were they good in? What was this?
They've never been good.
Yeah.
They were good for like 2 seasons back in the mid-aughts. That's it.
Yeah, so.
Hashtag fight me, bro. You can at me on Twitter about that.
Rumor has it he hired to the Kingpin. Could be he's... And Robbie gets all mad. Rumor? Since when does a journalist deal in rumor? You're a grow-up.
Welcome to 2021. Fake News Central.
Okay, Trump. Writing for some kiddie high school newspaper. Understand? Oh, calling him himself. Oh.
He's angry. He's upset.
Sure, Robbie.
He's got some pent-up tension. Don't know if it's sexual, but...
Oh, yeah, so he goes outside. Yeah, sees a newspaper. When's the last time you saw a newspaper machine in the middle of the street?
Well, this is like old as dirt. And in New York, that was the thing back then. They had them on every corner, so...
What is this?
Newsstand or that.
Yeah, this is like 88 or 89, so yeah.
The height of the newspaper industry, little did they know.
So yeah, he sees another Tombstone headline. It just like punches the machine.
30? 50? How many people has Tombstone killed about tree fitting?
I love how he punches the machine and the sound effect. It just says smash.
Smash it! You idiot! What was that gonna do?
He's mad. He wasn't thinking. I can't change the past, Peter, but I can change the future. I'm going to meet him tonight.
A ranger!
Oh, yeah. Pete goes to see the arranger. And just, he gives him the old, hey, are you my twin finger?
Exactly.
I hear you've hired a mob punk from Philadelphia named Tombstone. Where is he? And the ranger's like, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no Tombstone in Mr. Fisk's employ.
But if there were, let's just speculate hypothetically. I was holding it for a friend.
If I did it, yeah.
Told you this would be the person that I'd be if I was a villain. Oh my god.
You might try looking in Battery Park. So yeah, these two meet in the rain.
Uh-oh. Robbie's got a gun.
Oh yeah, he's like, I thought about all this stuff coming down here that I wanted to say to you, but none of it matters. Nobody calls me Lonnie anymore, kiddo. He pulls a gun. I thought this is what you try. I saw it in your eyes during a little... In your eyes.
How could a kid so smart grow up to be so dumb?
You can arrest me or shoot me. Arrest you. How could a kid so smart grow up to be so dumb? Yeah, you're going to try to arrest him.
You should have aimed for the head.
Hi, Steve. A pro always wears a Kevlar vest when he's on a job. Oh, so he did get a shot off, but yeah, he just aim for the head, like Lil said, not the chest.
Either one will do.
I mean, the chest is bigger, especially on Tombstone, but yeah. But yeah, gets him a bear hug. Robbie, I always liked you. I thought we had an understanding. Still, for old time's sake, I'll give you one more break, Robbie, pal.
He baned him.
Whoa.
I said Bane as in Batman.
I know. But, he doesn't break him over his knee, but yeah, he just, uses his arms to crack that back.
Oh, he's a chiropractor. See, he's just a neighborhood-friendly chiropractor.
So, yeah, Pete comes swinging up. Oh, no. Was that Robbie's voice I heard screaming? Or a ship horn? Please let it be a ship. And he runs up, sees Robbie laying on the ground. He's like, no one else is around. Tombstone, if he was here, he was gone. Robbie's still breathing. He isn't wounded. There's no blood, and his eyes are open. Why isn't he moving? So he's like, Robbie, are you hurt? Let me help you. No, don't touch me. He did it. He broke my back.
To be continued next issue.
That's right. Let me double check something here. Because I know we're continuing this. I'm pretty sure it might be in 2 weeks. Let me see. Not in 2 weeks, but we will get to it next month because of the nature of the guest star next in this next arc of Spectacular. I figured we would dedicate the whole month of March to this fellow.
Oh, you're so nice.
One of Lilith's when he's competent.
Even when he's not, but it's just good to see, Frank get a win or two. That's the whole thing about it. It's the same thing with Daredevil. It's like, yeah, they really tear that character down, but when he gets a win, boy, does he.
Oh, and there's 1, 2, 3. Yes, there's 5 Tuesdays next month, kids. So yes, you're gonna get 4 Punisher episodes next month, and your Scarlet Spider.
What a time to be alive!
All the Punisher, all the time.
We are not doing a Punisher podcast, so don't get any ideas.
Nah.
Although there are 3 movies to review, so.
Nah, that would get kind of redundant.
And a video game that I used to play.
I played that on Game Boy. Yeah.
It's awful, but
every so often Spider-Man just swings through. Anyway, so would you like to hear some Ray feedback?
I mean, it's only written feedback, but fine.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah. So would I, but we have some written feedback.
The shade of it all. Don't be shading our triplet, Philip.
All right, so he writes, "Hey, Phil and Lilith. I just read Spectacular Spider-Man 139 and was pleased to see my love for that villainous character Tombstone justified. There's something about Sal Buscema's art that conjures up a nostalgia for me, and this issue was no different. Essentially, an origin story. We get a peek behind the curtain of Robbie Robertson and Lonnie Lincoln's history. And to be fair, the origin itself is pretty middle of the road. It's not until Web of Spider-Man, where Robbie goes to jail and confronts Tombstone, that things really cook." Ray likes that prison stuff.
See, I think he ships it like I do secretly, so.
Even compared to the Spider-Man animated series, where Tombstone is an albino black American and a childhood friend of Robbie, the origin in 139 only seems to merely scratch the surface. Still, the shocking cliffhanger of Robbie being given a broken back is a harrowing testament to the relationship that both Tombstone and Robbie share. Buscema's art in depicting a grotesque corpse strangled by Tombstone kind of sets the tone for how scary a character Tombstone can be. And from memory, there are similar images drawn that depict the savagery of Kingpin's hitman. I love the concept of Tombstone with his icy white complexion, razor-sharp teeth, and his scary whisper. All of this will be augmented when he finally obtains a superpower to become cold as ice, hard as marble. So,
Colossus's bastard son. Like
all right, I have to interrupt just to say, yeah, Ray likes it. Ray likes Tombstone when he's hard.
As you do.
Ayo, said his Lilith. I really wish that today they revert Tombstone back to his roots and not a crime boss, as it's here that he shines. Ooh, a solid B+ for this issue. I swear it's what it gives every issue. There's actually also a trade out there dedicated to Tombstone arcs, and this is one issue that I can see myself revisiting. Here's hoping we get more Tombstone in the current titles. Last I saw, I think he showed up in the Charles Soule run of Daredevil. I want him back at Spidey and him taunting Robbie. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope you both enjoyed this issue, and I'll be here when you review the Awe of Spider-Man issues with old Toomey. Until then, catch ya.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
No nostrils, but it's fine.
I know. I was toying with putting the picture up there.
it a C plus.
Ooh.
I mean, the art is fantastic. It's very well paced. It's just, I can be fair and objective even when it's a character I don't really care for.
Yeah. I mean, as we'll see in a few weeks.
I don't really care about, Robbie either. Outside of, being at the Bugle, so.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't.
I mean, it's basically just a setup issue for the next arc, which we'll get to in a few weeks. So. I
mean, it's a good setup issue as setup issues go.
Yeah.
Just a character I don't care about.
But Ray loves him.
It's just weird.
Aussie fanboy.
Since they made him like an albino black guy because he's dealing with the mob and the mob's notoriously racist, but I guess it's Marvel, so we all get along. I don't know.
I guess
that's like one of my few like kind of things.
Oh, they probably say racist things behind his back, but if you get results, man,
I mean, they don't really like work and like it's a whole thing. If you know like gangster stuff, then you kind of like that's like kind of like one of my niches next to serial killers. So like the five crime families in New York, that whole thing, like that's kind of like a hobby of mine. So I think that's probably why I just don't buy the whole Tombstone thing. But they didn't know. It's fine.
Hey, Kingpin hates humanity as a whole the same.
True. To be fair to Kingpin, that is true. He has the little hellfire attitude.
Exactly. So
what about you? What grade would you give it?
Well, in true triplet fashion, I'll probably go middle of the road between you two and give it a B-.
He's the middle child. He loves compromise, apparently.
Just call me Jan.
Yeah, because Ray is slightly older than him, so yeah, it makes sense. You're the middle child. He just had a birthday. We can point it out.
I know. Is he our Marsha? Ray. Wait
a minute. I ain't no snitch, so I can't be Cindy. Anyway, yeah. I'm looking forward to Punisher month, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers if you didn't figure it out. Sorry about that.
So we'll get more Tombstone then. We'll get more Tombstone, and we'll get what was up with that guy with the glowy eyes. We'll get into that.
Finally.
But well, next week, of course, will be a Scarlet Spider Sausage Fest, as Lilith pointed out. Web of Spider-Man.
What you boys reading?
Web of Spider-Man 125 and Spectacular Spider-Man 225. If you were lucky, you got the holodisc cover on each of those.
Did you?
The one, the Spectacular, I might have. I think the Web, I just got a regular cover. Of course, there are more ones.
To dig through the long boxes. I mean, we had some really, truly weird stuff in the 90s and early 2000s for covers.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, there are Marvel Unlimited, so.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
As was this issue. But, yes, so then it's starting in March.
Get ready to be punished unmercilessly.
Just like Lilith Hellfire on a date. Anyway, yes, week 1 we will be covering in March Amazing Spider-Man 129, of course, the first appearance of the Punisher. Followed in week 2 by Amazing Spider-Man 201 and 202. And then the third week we'll get to the next arc in the story we just read, Spectacular Spider-Man 140 through 143. And then, of course, like I said, you're getting 4 weeks of it. So, week 4, Amazing Spider-Man 330 and 331. So, some Eric Larson Punisher.
Yeah.
And then, March wraps up with the trial of Peter Parker for your Scarlet Spider Sausage Fest.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you boys. You
think that's bad? Come back in April, kids, for the first crossover of the year between some of our various shows as we give Matt Kona a present and do Eternity Century Month. Maybe we can get Kona get the guest star on some shows.
Nice. That would be fun.
So, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff there. Marvel team-ups, Spider-Woman. There's even a Superior Spider-Man in there.
Hey, there's something for everyone.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell Lilith on Comic Capers she's going to have to cover a Captain America. And then there's a Punisher issue in there, too, so she can...
I think I'm on vacation now.
Hey. There's one issue of Comic Capers. It's the Captain America issue and the Punisher issue. So, hey, I gave you a good, I gave you a bad.
All right.
Take them all. Get the facts of life.
I feel a fever coming on.
Lilith, oh, please. Lilith has a fever coming, and the only thing that can cure it is more Punisher.
Competent Punisher. John Barenthal version of Punisher. Although,
I got a fever. The only thing that will cure it is more cowbell.
classic SNL skit. But I prefer the Sweaty Balls skit. So that is like the all-time great. And then like the more modern one is, Justin Timberlake's D in a Box. So
that's right.
The perfect Christmas song, man. The perfect Christmas song. It's not on your holiday playlist. I don't know what you're doing with your life.
That's what Lil does.
But on that note, we should get to the sponsors.
That's right.
I'm sure somebody's out there with terrible headphones and they need to know about tweaked audio.
All right, before you jump the gun,
no, we're getting out of here.
I was going to say, we told you what's coming up for like the next month, so send your feedback. Again, you can do written or audio or now video. You get to video yourself, so.
Just you're on your phone taking selfies anyway. Just hit the video button instead.
Yeah, right. You can wear your you're into the night shirt and, record feedback wearing your all your Moon Knight paraphernalia.
Yeah, you're gonna need a into the night tank top, obviously.
Hey, there you go.
And a wine glass. That is my request.
Tank top feedback every week now, Ray. That's what Lilith demands. And it's Saturday morning. Where's the power of Chad? Chad.
Give him a break. He's probably sleeping finally.
Maybe. All right, everyone. So, send your feedback. Email us all of those at capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES.
Capes!
And remember to follow Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, on Twitter. You can find our Spider-Man Facebook group, Web of Spider-Man, now over 1,000 members strong.
Come join the Spidey universe. Join us.
1,100. So yes, come join us, kids. You can find links to all of those, links to all the various social medias for all of our shows, including the Daredevil podcast. Spidey's
just waiting for it. I'm just waiting for it.
What? Oh, what? The next episode?
No, nobody told Brian.
Oh,
I'm just waiting on some Daredevil articles. Nobody told Brian.
I don't know. I think coming up soon he's gonna have an article about that one Daredevil Black Panther team up.
Nobody told Brian. Scroll way down. At that point.
Anyway, so find links to all that, links to the YouTube channel, links to merch. That's right. Be like me and Little Hellfire. Be cool. Links to the Patreon for our hard R movie reviews.
The hard was implied.
I was gonna. You want the opposite of the Sausage Fest? Yeah, come listen to the hard R movie reviews.
Showgirls is our movie currently that we'll be doing.
Yes, for the month of February, it'll be Showgirls.
The hard was implied.
But if you subscribe to subscribe to Patreon, you can get last month's Bookie Nights review.
You're a star. You're a star. You're a shining star.
It's wintering time.
So yes, find links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio. Hear that tape recording in the rain while you're web swinging. Get yourself some Tweaked Audio
he had Tweaked Audio headphones.
That's true.
It's fine.
That's true. And, of course...
He was hunting a killer.
Yes, be like Spider-Man and Joe Robertson and hunt a killer. Although this one's...
I'm pretty sure they have a crime boss one, too. Hunt a Killer has a lot of storylines.
And you can hunt a killer a safe way with Hunt a Killer, because there's not a real killer.
An escape room in a box, and you don't have to be outside with the unwashed masses.
Yeah.
I'm so scared. I'm worried.
And it won't break your back or your wallet. And for those of you who want to see...
Don't forget the code.
Oh, yeah, use the
Southgate.
Southgate for a discount on both of those. And, of course, you like confessions, kids? Well, pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. Get some confessions of podcasters, their personal journeys from experts in podcasting and that other guy.
Rob Southgate, that guy.
Ooh. And of course, you can pick that up on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate.
But before you do, go to our show notes.
Yes.
Click that link.
Yes. To get yourself to Amazon, just use the link in the show notes because it helps support this show, the network, and
of course,
that man in the rain, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain.
That man in the rain who likes to make it rain.
Make it rain. So says Master
I think
Doom.
you might like pina coladas too.
Oh.
You're weak sauce.
Yeah.
Why did your eye drift over to my box? I get so much right. Mark my words.
All right, Lil Hellfire, where can people find you?
If you want to at me about anything that I've said, feel free on Twitter, @LilithHellfire. If you want to join me on Insta, you can find me @LilithHellfire86. If you're into puppies, smoothies, and cold pressed juice, that should be your jam. But if you want the memes, LilithHellfire69 and TikTok and Instagram. Pickle. Go ahead, throw it in.
Oh, here's an oldie.
Party in the front and the back. I don't know what's going on.
Chris Evans can get it all day, every day.
That's true.
I think that's the clearest drop you have.
Chris Evans can get it all day, every day.
She said that clearer than she's ever said anything in her life. Like she was focused. All right.
On them abs.
I'm here for Peter.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Join me next week with the boys for the Sausage Fest. Weapon Spider-Man 125 and Spectacular 225. And come back in 2 weeks for the original first appearance of the Punch. But until then, swing on that.
Bye, Felicia. Thwip.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.